On today's Technique Tuesday, we are going to be looking at how you can add external hardware reverb to your Pro Tools session and get great vintage reverb sound. Let's go check it out. Hi, I'm Greg and I'm at Elusive Recording Studios, and on today's session, as I said, we're going to be looking at how you can add external reverb within your Pro Tools session so you're not just stuck to, say, plug-in reverbs. And there are definitely benefits to using hardware. So first of all, I'm going to be bringing up a track by a band called Keys, and I'm going to be using this on our vocal track. I do know that someone mentions, oh, what does the Oto Machines BAM sound like on vocals? So that is the reverb that we are going to be looking at today, and there's a clip, there's a picture of it right now. There's a link in the bottom, in the description even, underneath, so go check it out. It's a very, very cool reverb based on the late 70s, early 80s reverb. So your RMX 16s, your EMT 250 and lexicons and stuff like that. So let's go have a look at our Pro Tools session, and I'm going to show you how to set it all up on there. Right, here's our vocal track, and I'm going to press play.
And if you could see the fire burning in me, I'd rather perish in the sea before I burn.
So we've heard our vocal dry. We now need to create a aux track so we can send this signal to somewhere else and then apply the reverb on it. So I'm going to go click the track. I'm going to go up to track. I'm going to press new. I'm going to change this to a stereo because it's a stereo reverb. I'm going to change this to aux input, and I'm going to call this Oto BAM verb. And you will see that it's created it next to my verse. And now I need to actually basically send this to here. So if I go to my I/O and bus, you'll see at the bottom I've created a bus that says BAM on it. And what that means is I select this as the input, like so, and then I then have to choose that as the output. So we're coming from there into here because we're using that output, which then goes to that input. And as I turn this up, you will start to see that these levels increase.
And if you could see
Nice and loud. As I turn it down, it drops the level there. But as I'm sure you've noticed, there's nothing on it because we've put nothing on it. So I could come up to here and I could add a reverb plugin, like one of those that are there. But as I said, we're going to be using hardware because hardware is more, it's cooler and it's more unique. So I've created a set of inputs and outputs on my interface that go straight to this reverb. Only downside is with Pro Tools, I can't bypass it. And if I want to actually make any changes to it, I've got to go over to the unit, which we will be going to in a minute. But now, if I start playing the vocals.
And if you could see the fire burning in me, I'd rather perish in the sea before I burn.
So there you go. That is how we've kind of got this to work, so we can send a signal to the effects unit and bring the signal to an aux track with the hardware plugged in. And we're going to go to the actual physical unit itself now, and then we're going to kind of do some changes and stuff with that there. At the moment we have, this is the BAM. It's quite a straightforward unit. Has an active, you've got different types and other things like that. We did a full exploring and unboxing of this unit in another video. I will put that in the link beneath. So let's look at our type, and you'll see that we have 8 types to choose from. Doesn't give much information there. However, if I bring up the instruction manual, you will see you got room, hall, plate, ambient, chorus, nonlinear, primitive, and they've updated it and put a bypass where you can still use the delay, which is quite nice. There's my arm in front of it. So we're going to choose a plate, which is that one. We're going to press play.
And if you could see,
We've got reverb time.
fire burning in me, I'd rather perish in the sea.
With the way I've set this unit up, the mix is just the reverb level.
You would not hesitate to turn this love.
And you'll notice we've got a high pass filter and a low pass filter, and we've got chorus capabilities, which adds a bit of modulation. But we're going to keep going until we've got a nice level.
When the demon has control, so take my hand and I'll keep the world, you know, on turning, turning, turning. Don't you know the...
So the freeze is great because it just freezes the reverb level at that point, and using MIDI you can automate this. Unfortunately, they've only put a MIDI in, not a MIDI out, so you have to kind of do find out what the CCs are to watch each control is, but you can automate a lot on this. So yeah, we're using, as I said, we're using a plate. We've got, look, play it again. We'll just use a bit of dampening just to reduce some of the high frequency content.
The fire burning in me, I'd rather perish in the sea before I burn.
So again, here I can control the amount coming into here, and then I can control the volume of what we're hearing via this fader here. So let's mute that at the moment.
And if you could see the fire burning in me, I'd rather perish in the sea before I burn. You would not hesitate to turn this love to hate. Don't let me set the record straight, you know I'm cold. And we're in the moment when the demon has...
Right, what I've done now is I've actually created a bit of automation which engages the freeze button at this point to hold the reverb on this last word. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this, just showing you the computer, and then I'll flip to the camera on the BAM so you can see the automation that is happening. So let's go from here.
And if you could see,
I'll unmute it as well.
the fire burning in me, I'd rather perish in the sea before I burn. You would not
With this track here, we've had to create a MIDI track and assign it to go to the Oto BAM, but it's a way of being able to automate your hardware as you would do your plugins, but they have a totally unique sound. So that is today's Technique Tuesday on how we use external effects like reverb on our Pro Tools sessions to make our you know, the music for our clients that little bit interesting and that little bit different, but still sound really, really cool. So there you go. Any questions, write in the comments beneath, smash that subscribe bell button thing, and we will see you on the next one. All right, take care.